Hey, man. I wanted to talk about this topic right here because I come to the conclusion of certain things, though, just certain things, but forget about the messenger and just listen to the message, okay? Because Candace Owens, forget about her political stance on a lot of things, all right? But she really be speaking some facts, and in this topic right here, I just have to discuss it. Let's get into it, man.
Talk about the field, smoke his ass, nigga, talk low. Nigga, talk about the field, smoke his ass, nigga, talk low. Now let's be facts.
Long term, that's not what a man wants. A man doesn't want a girl that's just going to be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. You know, that I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want. So then you say men suck, and I ask this question all the time. You complain about men, but are you being the type of a woman that a man would want, right? It's a self-perpetuating problem. And then you say that and they, oh my God, Candace is a horrible human being. And I'm looking at you going, I'm not a dude. I wouldn't date you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Like she said, people be talking about, oh, Candace, you're a horrible human being and all that shit. But, like I said, forget about the messenger. Forget Candace Owens, all right? Let's pretend it wasn't even her that said that, all right? I know it still upsets some people, but just forget about the messenger, okay? And just listen to what she said. And I'm not even gonna front. She was talking that talk. And I wanted to discuss this shit because there's a real disconnect between men and women on this particular thing in particular, okay? Now, notice how she says she doesn't have to be a man to know that's not what men want. Is that empathy right there? You know, is that empathy? You know what I'm saying? The ability to put yourself in someone's shoes. I hope that's what that shit means, man. But seriously though, oh my God, my speech problems. Seriously though, is that not what that means? You know, being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes? And she's right about that shit. She don't have to be a man to know that men don't want a woman that's gonna be half naked for the internet or shaking her, you know, her money makers, shit like that all over the internet. Candace Owens is speaking facts. And notice how Candace says, long term, a man isn't gonna want a girl that's naked all the time. That's where the big disconnect comes in. It's the long-term aspect, okay? It's the long-term for me, you know what I'm saying? The long-term aspect is very crucial and very key, okay? That's where the disconnect comes in. And it's shit like this that I be arguing sometimes. Not all the time and not often, but it's shit like this that I'll be in the damn comment section on some IG post. Because women don't understand this shit, and this is where I respect Candace Owens. It's the ability to put yourself in a man's shoes. Long term, no man is truly and genuinely gonna want. Yes, there's outliers. Yes, there's outliers. Okay, because I already know there's gonna be people like, oh, but this guy married a porn star. This guy married this girl who's been half naked. There's always outliers. But the majority of these couples out here, and the majority of couples that you see, that woman was not full-fledged or like half naked shaking her damn money makers on the internet and shit. Because long term, you know, when that guy has to propose and get down on one knee, he's not gonna want a damn girl who's half naked on the internet, who has guys, you know, pleasuring themselves to his girl. Like, he's not gonna want that shit. Of course there's outliers. I just have to mention that shit because I already know there's gonna be people mentioning that. Of course there's outliers, but that's not the point. The majority of the guys out here who wants to propose and get, like I said, get down on one knee and propose to a girl is gonna be very comfortable to know that his girl isn't all over the internet, or his soon-to-be wife isn't all over the internet or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so the main key about this topic here is the long-term aspect. Because I did a video on India Royale, you know, Lil Durk's fiance as of right now. Because I was like, no man truly wants a girl that goes to the club and shakes her ass. Her money makers, I should say. Let me say money makers, okay? No guy truly and genuinely wants a girl who goes to the club shaking her money makers. Like I said, Candace Owens is speaking facts, bro. That is facts. It's crazy how she knows that as a woman, because not a lot of women would have that mentality. Because when I said that shit, there's some girls talking about, oh, but she still got a ring though. She still got a ring though. That don't mean any fucking thing. that genuinely means nothing if they don't have that wedding, if they don't have that ceremony to the point where they're legally married. Okay, it don't have to be through the government or anything like that. I'm not even saying that, but to the point to where they're actual man and wife. If that doesn't happen, all that shit means nothing. And part of the reason why that may not happen is because she does shit like that. And we have to bring up look at all these other people on IG or any social media, these women out there who be half naked, shaking their money makers and shit like that. How much of them are in long-term relationships? We talking 5 years plus, engaged or married? Huh? In the comment section, leave some comments for me so I can look them up, because I don't see it. I don't see it. And we gotta think, bro. And I just want to make this point very damn clear. Men, deep down, we may like that shit. We may wife you up for the time being. We may, lock you down for the time being just to get a piece of those money makers and shit. But long term, like, this is my wife. Like, this the woman I want to have my kids with. Of course, shit happens. Guys slip up sometimes, then they have kids with some of those women they know they will never marry. But long term, they don't want that shit around them. Those women who do that type of stuff, like Candace Owens is saying, bro, I have to keep bringing up her name because I was genuinely surprised by her comments. I'm like, yo, not a lot of women think this way, man. And I was like, yo, Candace Owens, I respect that shit from her. But long term, these guys, they just gonna do what they gotta do. Lock you down for the time being, but long term, you're not getting no wedding. Kevin Samuels, oh man, oh my God. But Kevin Samuels brought that shit to the forefront. A lot of these women want to be able to go to the club and shake their money makers and shit. Go right ahead. You'll have all the single guys thirsting over you and shit like that. Go ahead. But when you want that marriage, not that wedding ring, not that engagement ring, I'm saying that marriage. When you want that, that past shit that you was doing, that shit is gonna haunt you. It's genuinely gonna haunt you. Now, the last point I wanted to bring up with this is when she was like, are you being the type of a woman that a man would want? Let me include long term, okay? Cause there's always those outliers, and people always like to bring up those damn outliers. I get it, okay? I don't have to name any names. Just scroll through IG. A lot of those popular female rappers, female IG celebrities and shit like that, they have boyfriends or whatever the case is. How much of them are engaged, and or how much of them are married or in the process of getting married? And that shit makes a very big deal, man. They complain about us. But deep down, we sitting back looking at y'all like, wait, all your goodies, all your money makers is all over the internet. Why the fuck would I marry you? How do we explain this to our kids in the future? Like, hey, mom, mom, you know what I'm saying? And that shit is gonna happen. Like, how do you explain that? How do you explain that to your kids? Your kids come across a video of you doing what? God knows, whatever, okay? Let's just say it's just you at the club. That's minor compared to, But let's just say that happens. How do you explain that? And as a man, deep down, I have to know that my girl is all over the internet. No. Candace Owens, she was speaking super Snapple facts, bro. But if you disagree, let me know why. Let me know what y'all think, man. And main message, forget the messenger, forget that it's Candace Owens saying that, and just listen to the message, all right? Let me know what you think, though, man. Like, comment, subscribe. If you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it, man. I just wanted to say this, right? I'm almost at not almost, but I'm close to like 100,000 views on the channel, bro. Bro, honestly, I would have never thought, but I'm very grateful. I'm very glad, and we got millions more views to go, man, before we anything out here. But thank you. I'm over this coming soon, man.